Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Madaprime. I'm bringing you another video commentary, and today we're back to talk about Black Ops 2. Um, it's none of this is official, like announced information. It's all skeptics. It's all I don't know what you want to call it. It's just I don't know. People just either came out with it and had decided to put it on the internet, and I'm just gonna give my opinion about it, or it's legitimate and somehow got leaked. But nobody knows. It's obviously, don't hold me to this when the game actually comes out. First thing I want to talk about is perk changes. So they're changing a lot of perks in this game, making them different. And one of the big things that people want to talk about is the dead silence versus was it sit rep. Dead silence makes you go completely silent with your footsteps, and sit rep makes them louder. So what happens when a person with dead silence runs into a person with sit rep? Well, right now it does nothing. Person with sit rep doesn't hear them, which is kind of stupid, because they're using this perk slot to hear everybody's footsteps, where the other person is using their thing to make it so nobody can hear their footsteps. So either way, the perks don't really work with each other. So you have to make it even. So what they say that they're gonna do is go ahead and just cancel them out. So the person with dead silence would now sound like they have normal footsteps without dead silence, and the person with sit rep would only hear it with like it was normal footsteps. So that's one thing that I think is good for the game, because it makes more sense than having it do nothing. And then you have the same people say, well, Black Ops didn't have very much sound whoring in it, so what's the point of using it? That's kind of true, but it doesn't really matter. You still could if you really wanted to. And yeah, so they're changing a bunch of other perks that haven't really been released. Some of them sounded pretty cool, but I don't know so much if it's actually going to be, if it's actually going to be true or not. The whole thing about Call of Duty is it's been staying the same for so long that I don't know how much they're actually going to change it. So we'll see. I hope they do change up a lot, because it's nice to have a newer game. It's kind of more of a safe feel, or a good feeling. Everything's always better when it's new. Where Call of Duty now is on its however many years, and it's getting to the frustration point, or it's been at the frustration point. That's why there's the Black Ops cycle of 2 months of this game is awesome, 1 month of this game is okay, more months of this game sucks horrible, and then the rest of the time is go back to the older Call of Duties. It's the way that the Call of Duty cycle works. But hopefully Black Ops 2 makes a bunch of different improvements. Next thing I wanted to talk about was the knife system. So knife system has been told to be changed. They've changed a couple different things. Supposedly, either your knife is going to be your secondary weapon, which that's perfectly fine. But what happens when a person runs out of ammo and they have to switch over to their secondary, and that's a knife? So your guy whips out a knife. Does that person now have farther lunging ability? Is it like a commando type style? Now, if it was up to me, I wouldn't even want the knife on my secondary. Even if I was a person who knifed a lot. I don't knife a whole lot. I mean, I use it, yes, but I don't use it a whole lot. If I was to pull out the knife and try to stab somebody, I'd best be able to reach farther distance, because I have to get so close to somebody. But then at the same time, you combat having the marathon lightweight commando thing like we did back in Modern Warfare 2. You can't have it so that way people can run around extremely fast and only use the knife, because that gets annoying, just like it was in Modern Warfare 2. It wasn't horrible, but it was an annoying factor that ruined somewhat of the game compared to the new tubes and stuff like that. But so that's one section of what may happen to the knife as a secondary. Me personally, I just rather stick with a pistol or something like that and just shoot them with a pistol and stop having to use a knife. But some people like the knife. It is a handy tool. And yeah, there is panic knifers out there, but they get kills. It's part of the game. You can't force them to switch their layout, or you can't force them not to flinch when a person walks around the corner. It's just what they do, I guess. I don't know. Second thing that they might do is make it a two knife system where you have to knife the person twice. Some people may say this is bad, which in some situations, yes, it may be bad. But I look at it as Halo. The way I usually played Halo was I'd shoot a couple shots into the person's head or body or whatever, and then hit them. And so that's what you would do in Call of Duty. You would shoot them a couple times and then knife them. And you probably killed them faster than what they would kill you if they tried to knife you twice. I don't know, but I don't know how much I really like the double knife. At the same point in time, I kind of sometimes would like it. So I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see whether or not that's actually going to be in the system, because again, Call of Duty's been the same for how long. But the secondary knife thing, I can kind of see them changing. Last thing, I believe, was a perk where it allowed you to like take more of a knife. Made it a two knife, where if you didn't have the perk, it only made you have one. I don't know how they're going to make that work, but anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll keep you up on the Black Ops 2 info, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.